Alright, so we are now awaiting Danny's pick, which should happen at any point now.
I have good news for you, Scara. Look like Gunmetal is gonna PB, man. It's pretty cool.
Oh, Gumbel got a PB, nice. I mean, it's probably his first run.
Exactly, but still a BP. We'll take it. OCS making people getting new RTA category in their portfolio.
I really like the new voice channel names, by the way, Dave. Really
I don't. I think this is really a disgrace.
It's funny because what man could have done those names, man? It's actually PBJ, of course, so no big surprise here.
The cheetah. So yeah, we still don't know what is gonna happen now. Predictions were like short lockout.
Everything but category.
Yeah, category won't happen. No way.
A draft has no bingo goals. Yes.
It might be a draft. Yep, it's a draft, confirmed.
A draft, so we are going to need a second Chrome window.
Oh, this is gonna be a long one.
Dang. Why? Why, Danny? Why?
Why?
Tell me why.
Okay, Dino Sync. A draft.
Alright, so you guys make the bingo sync.
So we have a room. Don't say the password.
Yep. Password is milk op123.
Courtesy.
I'm stupid.
Card.
How do I... I'm still logged in pro... Oh no, I'm not. I did the Blinksy mistake by not joining a spectator.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got that, then I want a second.
Is that called doing a Blinksy?
No.
You should
Wait,
probably change the layout.
Yeah, I have to fix it again.
We got it.
I might have to recrop if they have like a bingo sync layout on their stream, which seems to be the case for Marco. I will do that when the race starts. I don't want to recrop in case he...
Marco is cropping his...
They are setting up their streams.
Danny
So,
is
yeah,
cropping the board. Into
I'm
his
waiting to crop him until he's done.
Yeah, Danny is like just adding the board to his normal game feed. Shouldn't change. At least the game feed shouldn't change.
If I'm cropping this now and he changes it, what do I get from you?
Welcome to OCS Trace. The hell do that?
Okay.
No, I mean, Marco has like his beta quest thing up, so you should be safe to crop now.
Okay. And then I need a little bit more here. Now it's black, I can't crop anymore. Stop resetting your games. This looks good. 1 pixel there. And this should be it. Then this can be a little bit bigger.
So, Sla, do you want to go for like, explaining what is draft to our nice viewer?
Sure. So, a draft is basically, you will see a full bingo board of 25 goals with actual 9.3, right? We are 9.3 right now.
9.2.
Bingo goals. So we're gonna see 25 bingo goals, and we're gonna randomize who's beginning with his first pick, and it's gonna be a snake draft. So the first player picks the first goal, and the other player.
Okay, and they are revealing.
Yo, I'm explaining. Yeah, the second player picks 2. You're gonna see it. Like, it's gonna be 1, 2, 2, 2 until 2 goals are left. And the last player picks one of the last 2 goals. And the 25th goal is not gonna happen in this kind of draft, so both players have 12 goals in the end. And the rules say they both have 2 minutes to check out the card before the actual drafting phase begins. And then each player has up to 30 seconds to pick his goals, so they can't like stall out the drafting phase, I guess. And if you see it on the stream, probably. Oh, you only see the game feed. Yeah, they're deciding right now.
Yeah, you can show the card, Oscar.
Oh, they should pick green and blue and red, probably.
Picking green and red, which is.
I'm not sure. I mean, this is a common combination, and I don't know.
Interesting combination here. Plan being in Dead Mountain Creator with all 8 Dead Mountain Skulltulas. Enough to go for both at the same time.
Yeah, I think what you want to do in draft is look for the smaller goal first, like map and compass and bottom of the well.
Exactly.
Like,
you kind of want to snipe like good goal combinations from your opponent.
3 GTG keys is free.
So goals
Yeah.
that will get picked first are probably something like Milk, Silver Scale. Well, Silver Scale is kinda bad because that prevents RBA in some way.
It just prevents the Pocket Cuckoo RBA.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
we could see a 3 unused key pretty fast. So map and compass. Blend the bean is not that bad. There's a lot of free goal, I feel like, in this card.
Dannyb is picking first.
Yeah, we'll see right away.
Alright, I think I'm gonna leave because I think 4 commentators are a bit too much. So you can handle that, right?
Well, if you want to leave, otherwise I can leave, man.
No, just stay. I'm gonna leave. I'm just watching, enjoying it. So
Alright.
Alright.
Thanks for commenting, dude.
Yeah.
You guys did. Like, I have to say, you guys do a really good job on like commenting. So
That's a good combination there. Silver Skill and Big of 2.
So I'm out. See you
Okay.
guys.
See you around. So yeah,
Yeah.
this, like, what you want to do is try to look for goals which are very fast for your opponent, but for you they wouldn't be a huge like addition to your time, and so you basically snipe some synergies from your opponent without like.
Choose to go for Saria straight away.
This is an interesting choice because Saria's song is actually pretty long. You do get CL out of it, which is a plus. And you see here Marco's pick Lost Wood Skulls, which is exactly what I meant by sniping synergies, because Danny will spend some time in Lost Woods. The Skulls would be pretty fast for him.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's not super bad for Marco either, but it's just that Danny has more synergy. But now he can't pick that goal.
But the beans?
I think Danny is picking tight goals right now.
Well, double defense is not really a child goal.
Just as marked that.
Do we have any fast goals left? I guess 5 DC Skulls is not that slow.
Sin Shadow is fast. 3 GTG keys.
This is actually a surprising picking phase so far. Yeah, and Marco sniping those goals.
Getting the better goals, I think. Song was definitely a mistake.
Well, it's hard to judge right now. He does need CL for double defense, and he gets that for free, so magic is pretty fast for him.
He's picking all the ZL gold, then Marco can just completely skip that.
Yeah, he has to prevent that. Like, he can't just go ahead, pick 5 Shadow Skulls now. Go for every...
Blue Potion and Light Arrows right now.
Yeah, Blue Potion and Light Arrows are goals that Danny definitely wants to avoid. Especially Light Arrows. There are not a huge amount of ZL goals right here. And Marco actually got it for this. 9 hearts, also not a bad goal, to be honest. There aren't that many bosses here. I don't see anything right now, actually. But you can route that in. Actually, he gets light arrows, which means that he does full RBA, so he can RBA some hard pieces.
For skill, so we cannot. Can you RBA the wallet?
No, he cannot.
Skill. So yeah, Blue Potion is not a good idea either for Marco.
Well, for Marco, Blue Potion is a very good goal for Marco, but he can just leave that open because it's basically blocked for Danny. Or does he have enough skulls? Let me see. I don't see any skulls. No. Actually, Marco going for those skulls, so...
Marco is going for skulls now. So.
Yeah, Danny pretty much locked out of the Adult's wallet here, so Blue Potion is not an option for him.
RBA strength.
I like the 5 skull and Dungle Caverns. Marco had some Fratzes last round. Last race.
Yeah, but he will do much better for sure in this one.
Yeah.
They get the 5 skulls in Shadow as well. You just marked that.
No, Danny did, yeah.
So that means Marco has like no ZL goal whatsoever. He will get ZL because of light arrows, unless he wants to get legit light arrows for no reason.
These picks are. I think he's only considering his route. Consider that he could have forced Marco into some areas. Now Marco has no reason to go in Spirit Temple.
Marco also has no reason. Well, I don't like this pick. I would have picked Blue Potion for sure in Marco's place. He will... Oh no, wait, I messed up. It's Marco who has Silver Scale. I'm sorry. Then
Marco
everything
has
is
Silver
fine.
Scales, but
Then
he has a lot
everything's fine then, yeah.
goals.
Then he can RBA. And then that's not a problem. Then he should go for Blue Potion, I think. I mean... It's not a bad choice to go for the skulls here. Yeah, it's probably not bad. Yeah, Blue Potion is the easier goal, but it's not necessarily that much faster in the end. Like, if you're comfortable with these Death Mountain Skulls here, then I don't see a huge problem. I mean, sure, you have to criticize that pick, but I don't see it being that bad. I think letting Marco get away without CL goals, that's a mistake, but Marco does get light arrows, so he will have to take the time to RBA.
Enough, Marco could have skipped Spirit Temple entirely with if he didn't mark one small kin each adult dungeon and won any of the other goals.
Well, it's not far out of the way for him. Because he has to trade to the Broken Sword anyway. Yeah, I think Marco with a little bit of a better goals here.
They are getting ready.
Even though I have to say again... Wait, no, this is Dungeon Skulls. Yeah, I guess this is fine.
And they are starting.
We will see. Maybe we're in for a surprise here.
Yeah, where I'm looking at I mean, like,
yeah, we have been looking very deeply into Danny letting Marco get away without CL, but on the other hand, all his CL goals have huge synergy, so we might just see a faster draft in general.
I see an interesting synergy here. Marco has to get the boomerang, Silver Scale. Have to go in Kakas Chai.
No, Marco does not have to get the boomerang. It's actually faster to do Big Octo without.
Also the Zara's Domain Skulls.
Yeah, you can have it there. That's
You could go there, get the boomerang and do the skull without getting choose.
Yeah, but why would he do that? I think it's the fastest choice for Marco to skip the boomerang here. Not sure he will do that necessarily, because getting boomerang is of course safer in the end. But yeah, you don't want to kill all the tentacles for Big Octo. You want to hover there. And I'm pretty sure he will do that.
yeah, the way he picked the goal also made me think he was kind of sure about it. Yeah, I think like if you're taking ZL and you take a lot of ZL goal, like it's kind of like it makes ZL much better for sure. Not sure. I thought Marco had a better like Lee, but then again after the Virian, I feel like maybe Dannyb. I feel like both players had a pretty good chance of winning this.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut down to the execution again.
Yeah, there are just two different ways of picking goals in a draft. And this is the one we're actually not used to, where both players try to maximize their own synergy.
Yeah.
Usually you want to try and like give your opponent some goals which they're not comfortable with. You don't you don't skip half the cutscene. That's just a little bit of like a minute or so.
And the light arrows is almost at the end of the cutscene, so you don't really save time.
Yeah, it's not often that you finish there. Like if you have
Cutscene.
light arrows in your row, you probably want something out of it. Maybe does he have a goal where he wants to be A? Maybe I don't think so, but that's a possibility. Like, and then you don't want to end on light arrows.
To be honest,
Diego.
I don't like Niner that much. Like, it's not that bad since you're gonna do a lot of stuff, but since you're not defeating any boss as a goal, like,
On this card was really tricky because no boss.
what do you think about it, Skara? Like Niner, do you think like just taking HP or like there's no boss in this card, right?
Yeah, there is no boss. But you are in many places. Like, you go to Shadow Temple, you just do boat skip. That's pretty fast. You can do King Dodongo. You can do Goma. You can do Phantom Gun, and that's pretty fast, even if it's not on the card.
Oh, I'm thinking maybe that's the reason Marco didn't mark Blue Potion. Maybe he's going for Twin Rover and Bongo.
I don't think so. Twin Rover is really long.
Yeah,
But
really.
is it longer than doing all the RBA?
It might be close. Does he get anything out of it? Yeah, he might actually skip it. That's a valid point. I guess we will find out, but
I think number is on something here. That's because it's so strange, right? Like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, he must have thought
But
about
it did
getting
mark
Blue
both
Potion
at the
there.
same time.
Shadow, he also enter Shadow, so say that you do that. Yeah. Yeah, that might happen actually. We'll see. Yeah. All right. So, what goal they need to do as child?
Marco might do Magic Paint straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
Marco
start.
not grabbing Ocarina, which is kind of a hint in the direction of RBA. But he might also just do Vine Clip, which is faster anyway if you get 5 beans.
Mm-hmm.
Collecting them. Yeah, he's gonna grab the rupees, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna grab the golden rupee again and go back there for sure. Since you need to go to the river anyways. French player just deciding to do ball skip just for the fact. They'll like that. So Marco's skipping the beans.
Not really. He still needs to go back.
I mean, right now he's skipping beans.
Danny going for Ocarina probably, which is definitely the route he should go for because he will need Legend CL and Zarya's song, so he wants to choose.
Yeah.
And additionally, in a draft, there's like no way that Vineclip would save any time.
Well, there's the rupee part, but
So yeah, we're seeing the 2 standard openings of OOT. At least
Marco does need to get one of the Zora's domains call with choose to over.
yeah, that's the problem.
I'm kinda confused by his route because I would have expected that he goes for beans first. Like that's
Maybe the night cycle, maybe.
yeah, but then he could have gotten Ocarina. That saves time overall, I think. If you, I mean, just for the few rupees, I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to magic bean routing, but it seems a little bit odd.
Bottom of the well.
Yeah, exactly. You want those 100 rupees if you go for Ocarina for Vineclip anyway, and then you want to empty your wallet before doing that.
The warp coming out of bottom of the well.
Yeah, but he also what I mean is he's already at 60 rupee right now, so you take the golden rupee. It's actually only giving him like 40 rupee.
30 seconds behind again. What the fuck?
Oh, he's not getting choose.
So yeah, that might be the strat, to go to Keg right away, so that he can collect the Kakos and then he doesn't have to worry about time of day anymore. And then just coming back after getting a few... Why would he do that?
He beats Goma for heart.
Yeah, for 1 or 2.
I think it would still be faster to do well choose. I don't think that's... I mean, it might happen, but I don't know if I agree with that play. Like, you don't get anything out of it, that's what I mean.
It seems like he's going for Deku Tree.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge detour, but I think it's faster to get well choose by your beans with the additional 99 rupees you get from that, and then to Goma as adult. Because he will do like Goma clip and stuff, and that's all just not necessary.
But one thing about Marco is that actually I think it's one of his favorite opening. He did that often the OCS season. We got him doing right away Deku Tree. Because it gave him the time to think, I think so.
Let me look at his goals again. Maybe he needs quite a few chews as a child. I don't think so.
That's the only choose in need.
Yeah. That's a 4 chew
Oh,
Hava, and then you need to do King Zora skip, so he needs 5 chews. Or 6 to get into Zora's domain, and that, like, there's no reason to grab the 20 Bonchu chest here, in my opinion. So, What I mean is, he loses like 40 seconds by watching this intro cutscene. Then he loses, I don't know how much, to not being able to do 2-3-1 skip. So I think Wild Shoes plus Adult Goma would be the better option here.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think it just come down to player preference.
I mean, the huge argument for this is rupees for me, actually.
Maybe he's not planning on RBAing choose as adult.
But why getting bottle then?
For
the wrong warp?
Yeah, one warp. Yeah.
Why would he wrong warp? Like, you can't just skip bottle in that case. I don't see... This is a bit weird. It might just be what Dave said, just a comfort thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that, because like I said, like, I commented a lot of the OCS race, and Marco did that really often. Like, when he could do Deku Triage Chal, he always went for it. That's what I feel. So maybe like while he's doing Deku Tree, he's just thinking about what he's going to do next.
And he does need a bottle for the last two skulls.
But it's true that it's weird for this specific challenge, but I think it didn't really think much about it. It just said, I need to do Deku Tree, so let's do it as Shao, it's gonna be done.
Yes. Well, he does not need to do Deku Tree. Like, there are other possibilities which are also fast. Like, there are so many fast bosses. Plus, it's also fast to grab many hearts through heart pieces, because in a draft you will visit many places. He has, I think...
The way I didn't see if Danny grabbed the magic bean already.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, he got the Ocarina, never went into river to set up Milk and ZL.
Yeah.
But the Goma clip.
Wait, did Danny got map and compass in the whale? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just didn't mark it.
I also agree that Ruto's leather might have been better here.
Yes, that is true.
Bottom of the well. Might as well go for his early goals. Leather.
I mean, the only thing...
When you got the last possible frame.
The only thing that that's really beneficial from doing Ganondorf is, in my opinion, you have so much time to think about your route. And you're not wasting that much time in the end.
Yeah, if it was any other player, that I won't be like, oh, it's gonna be slow. But since it's Marco, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's slow, but it's Marco. He might be able to make it work for him.
And yeah, I mean, he, from all his MST grinding, has done so much practice in Deku Tree. That's just muscle memory at this point.
Then this room. Alright, so I guess you got the shoe and the bomb shoe. I think you can compare it pretty well with Dannyb right now.
Yeah, what if Marco didn't pick 9 hearts? He could have skipped a lot of these unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree.
decision.
It doesn't have much synergy with his goals. But over the course of a draft, I don't think it's that bad of a goal. I think it's pretty fast overall.
Well, pretty. If you compare both player, that they are like kind of the same players right now. So, like, the difference is Dannyb, Markov more true, but Dannyb did the 1 goal.
But then he's about to enter a pretty long cutscene, which I believe is his big mistake in his goal decision to pick Saria this early.
Still hard to say, man, because you just it's still really hard to say. Even right now, I'm not sure. It's long, but since you have a couple of goals related to that, it might be good. Like Skull, yeah. Also have 5 Skullland, Shadow Temple, double defense, and Sarah Song. So
Oh, and that's a really bad guard pattern.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the execution for him. It's not.
It could be worse, I guess.
Keeping the stream refreshed work. Yeah, really on three real Zilgum discard and took them all right.
Yes, he did.
He also took Mail, which is kind of the way, like the Dannyb went for some kind of strategy there.
This card is just really weird if you think about it. There's like no back in time and not even a forest goal which would allow you to go back in time even if you don't need to.
There's the 5 monkeys in forest.
Yeah, but still, that's... You end up in like...
If you were doing a blackout of this card, will you still do it?
In a blackout, probably yes. Like, I once skipped it because there was no back in time. But yeah, I don't think that's a good thing to do, especially here with light arrows. You're gonna RBA, you got all the warp songs. But in a draft, only half of the goals. I don't think it's worth to go back in time. If you have like defeat Phantom Ganon, then yeah. Just do the cutscene skip and you're done with it.
Right, first beam.
Yeah, so now Marco being able to buy, I think, 3 beans. He could have done that before going to CAC. And then he could have filled his wallet in bottom of the well. That's why I didn't like Deku. That's the main reason.
Yeah.
But he can just farm rupees, either here in Zora's River or near the castle at the drawbridge.
It's not gonna be able to enter Suba's domain though right away, so I guess he's gonna go for Silver Scale after that.
Skull at the top.
Yeah. feel like his night cycle is pretty messed up right now. It's not really that good.
Arms long enough for Knight to come back.
Not sure what he's
Just
going
Vince
for
right
now.
now.
He wants to reload the area. There's also a grotto where you can grab a red rupee. Plus you reload the area. That's probably the fastest option, but I don't think many people pick beans nowadays.
Except in short blackout.
Except in a short lockout.
Which is getting more popular this day somehow.
Yeah, the bean goals are popular now.
Is he gonna wait? Okay, he's really, I guess. What a weird
Nearly
story.
done with this cutscene. Missed the cutscene skip here. Then the playoff.
I don't think so. It's really not that hard. Shout out to PF in the chat. Trolling, not like this. Alright, let's see what happened.
PF, I once failed this trick like 3 times in a row because I did untargeted backflips and the Chu just ran on the ground.
Oh,
Like 3 backflips in a row, like how the fuck do you do that?
when I started doing this, I was using the old way, and the old way feel like so random compared to this.
This weird setup where you go into the water and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I see that very often when new people join and then they look up strats on YouTube. They don't know the what's the current strat, and
I think when you're learning this game, the best way to learn it is actually to watch other player.
exactly.
Like if you if you try to figure out like every trick on like YouTube and stuff,
yes.
you might it might be good just because you're showing some like you know how to search for trick. Problem is so often you feel like awful like setup and stuff like
Exactly. If you do RTA, it's not that much the case. But if you want to get into bingos, then you have to watch good players a lot.
Did Marco get the skull on the ladder?
I think so. He got that like 5 minutes ago or so.
Yeah.
Danny on his way to milk.
And he did grab the hard piece, but I don't think I saw him get the skull.
Yeah, he got the skull like 2 night cycles earlier. But he got
He
it.
got it way earlier.
Yeah, he was waiting not for the skull. He was just waiting for entering. So as at night.
So I guess now we'll find out if Marco will choose the safe strats and get the boomerang.
And he doesn't have enough rupees.
Yeah,
Oh,
by
dang.
entering. Yeah, you can farm here by entering the shop and leaving. There's always going to be a 5 the rupee here.
Apparently not. I thought pots were always set values, but obviously it's not the case because I'm pretty sure that I've seen blue rupees there. Maybe not. What the hell? I thought
Yeah, you
there's a
got
blue rupee.
Yeah, there's a blue rupee for sure.
There are
It's at
4 green
night time
rupees. That might be a thing.
only.
Go. Oh, okay, you were talking about Dannyb. I was talking about Marco grabbing
Yeah.
the rupees. For,
Okay, yeah.
that's funny. We had some with some kind of. I was thinking like, what's going? Oh, okay. Both player need rupee. So Marco farmed the Zoro shop, and okay, that's cool.
He farmed the Lon Lon Ranch.
I really
What the hell
like.
would-
I really like to kill the Skull Kid as child after trading the mask because he doesn't pay you enough, but you then get a 200 rupee.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you don't pay me.
So Marco clearly is showing which minigame is the best. Okay, so would you rather do fishing or the treasure game?
Without lens,
Without stands, of course.
I guess treasure. I think treasure chest is probably easier. I mean, if you understand how fishing works, then do fishing. But for the other 7 billion people on this planet, do treasure chest minigame.
Oh, and then he got caught by the owl.
But the thing is, like, if you go fishing and you win the prize, you're not really happy. But if you get the treasure chest without lens, that's pretty amazing.
Not even weapon swapping. Okay, so now we'll see what Marco does. He could just go to Big Octo
that's
straight away from
interesting.
here.
And he would go for Saria straight away. Then might just come back.
So yeah, if Marco skips the boomerang, we will see a Birihava probably. But he still has to talk
Like
to
he's
Ruro
skipping the
before.
boomerang right now.
I think you're way ahead.
Yeah.
He's talking to Princess Ruto.
Okay, yeah. For me, it's talking as well. Okay, he's escorting Ruto, so you will get boomerang. Opting not to do the Birihava. It will make his life easier overall, I guess.
Do you think he's gonna defeat Baronade?
I don't think so. I wouldn't do it. Baronade is a pretty long cutscene.
Would be like super weird, but he did some already kind of weird stuff. So
Like, that's the reason why I think you wouldn't do Back in Time with 5 forest keys, because Phantom Ganon is just so long. And same goes for Baronade, obviously. Don't even get to go back in time from beating her. Or it, whatever.
in an age where people go fishing and plant some beans.
Actually, like, it's not only that people don't go for this Mega Flip anymore, it's also that they avoid the rock from the Octorok often. Not killing him to save frame on lag.
The part about fishing is that it might have a good item after it comes out.
Oh boy. You're not getting hype, people.
Learn how to fish.
I don't think nobody's gonna be hyped for Randomizer if they have to go fishing.
Oh, dang.
That we find ways to manipulate the RNG.
So I didn't really keep track of that. Is the randomizer actually happening now? Or...
There are people that want to.
Yeah, there are people who want to do it, and there are people who know how to do it. Now the question is, will they come together?
Yeah, I think that like if I compare to Link to the Past, with have the best like randomizer right now, they have a team. We don't have a team right now. We have like individual, like you said, So that's kind of hard for one people to do everything. Even if your name is Max Rules or whatever, like for Beta Quest, it's still really hard.
I also think that OT isn't as suited for a randomizer. I don't know. There's just too many roadblocks, and you can't do much stuff. But then you need hard glitches as well.
Well, the thing is...
Oh, Marco now doing the Biri hover. So, yeah, he just grabbed the boomerang for the one skull, actually. Which is kind of surprising to me.
When in Hans Castle.
Yes, all that's for Dannyb.
Yeah, skulls in that mountain.
Yeah, this hover is a bit tricky. Especially if a second Biri comes to visit you.
See if you get it.
That doesn't look good. It's reloading the room.
Have notes about this trick on paper.
Now he's jumping down without Ruto? What the heck? But he realized. He realized, I think. No, he didn't.
I'm gonna say something about ZL Gold is they're
trying to flip over.
There's one thing about ZL Gold that we often it's hard to mess up a cutscene, right?
Yeah.
so I feel like Danny might be there right now.
Okay, so he's climbing back up, so he probably noticed that he's missing Ruto. If he would have side flipped over, then he couldn't have triggered the fight. And if you throw Ruto there, you can't get back to the platform where he wanted to start the hover.
Yeah.
So I think the Biri hover, unless you have bombs, is the fastest option there. What might have been a little bit better and easier overall is just grab the skull as a child. You have to come back as adult anyway, just do Big Octo as adult. Then you can just hover up with juice and juice and bombs, and that's really easy because you have hover boots.
But then he's on his last shoe. Just used it. If he fails this, it's gonna cost a lot. Also needs to grab the skull. His bugs.
Yeah, I should have enough time for this.
Yeah, it should be fine. When you drop the bugs here, you can just wait before like this. Oh, he's losing his beam though. This bug, that sucks.
Well, it's better than
what I meant.
Yeah.
Like there are worse things that can happen in his position there. No juice in the crater.
Don't need bugs anymore anyway.
No, he's gonna need 2 RPA.
He can just grab more bugs, but if he loses his last shoe there...
Yeah, he would have to come back here for sure.
Actually, knowing that there are bugs under this rock, I have no idea why he knows that.
He didn't grab ZL. He didn't grab Magic though.
Oh, and it just got killed.
Who dies to the rocks there?
It didn't even know that you could get it by those.
Didn't you watch my race?
Oh. No, I did not watch it very sadly. That wasn't work. You died to that?
I died there, yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It was a bit different, but I also, like, I jumped down, had half a heart, and then got hit. But I got hit because I got stuck on the wall, so my backwalk was too slow.
Mhm.
And then he turned around.
I was actually surprised that you challenged Top to Shock Lockout.
Yeah, I was strategizing earlier,
Mhm.
and I wanted to ban it. Like, my first instinct was short lockout is my first ban, but then I was convinced that that it's like it's not.
Get this call.
I don't think you can collect it like that. So, yeah, I was convinced that I'm not the only one who will mess up in a short lockout and get tilted.
Yeah, that's normal. But like, if like say like spin the wheel, like if you were to do spin the wheel and you add the goal that Marco and Dannyb did, do you think you would have beaten Tom?
No way.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like I feel like Tom would have been so good at this goal. He would have been able to do everything in shell, something crazy. Hey, Mike.
Like, there's no way to beat Top in the wheel spin. I think that. I mean,
I wouldn't say that.
yeah, but the like the probability is not high.
You don't know the goals. Like.
Yeah, but I know Top, and I know he knows a lot of stuff.
He's
So
a really good player also.
and in a short lockout, you kind of influence each other. That's the only mode which is different in that regard.
Danny is missing one child's calls in the mountain
Yeah,
of Dodongo's cavern.
you can actually get that by clipping inside of the boulder. But I'm not surprised that he doesn't know the strat.
It's on Marco.
Does he want to enter DC without explosives?
Marco actually fighting Barinade, that's...
That's what I'm saying. He's completing his 9th goal super fast. That's just a Marco thing to do. Defeating every boss you see.
Into Dodongo's cavern. He's just doing bosses that he knows is close enough to.
It's not sure it's the good call, but that's what he's doing.
He didn't do Big Octo yet, so he might come back later.
Yeah, in his place, I would probably come back as adult. I mean, like there's no reason not to do it. It's way easier and it's faster than going for the tentacles right now. But we'll see.
Then he finally realized he can mark the Greater Beam.
Actually, I think he's doing some mind game here. He's not sure if Mark was watching his stream. If you delay your draft pick, it's not that bad because it's give like Marco thinks he's gonna be ahead, but he's not. That's might be what he's doing right now.
Oh, and he's duping on his beans.
Yeah, that's a free bottle. Don't need beans anymore.
Set as adult. Oh yeah, if he RBAs, he's gonna have an extra bottle. No worry here.
Yeah, it's frustrating for Danny, but that's Did he still have to do some stuff as Chow?
Yeah, he needs that one skull, so...
One skull, yeah.
I guess he didn't get Sarias yet either. Don't necessarily need shoes for that, but...
Marco
a little bit faster
adult
with those.
right now.
Yeah, so Marco just
that's-
leaving Big Octo behind, that's a good option.
The Fontaine skulls.
Did he not grab them? Probably
Pretty sure he did.
He should have grabbed them after safe warping out, so I don't think he forgot about those. Yeah, you should never do Death Mountain Scars without RBA.
Doable, but
I mean,
out of tunes.
Danny has in the boulder maze in Goron City, which saves at least one shoe, so it's possible.
If you don't have ZL, it definitely have enough choose from the well. ZL. It's harder.
Yeah.
They're set up to do without explosives.
No, I don't think so. Like, without explosives you need water. PBJ asking what he did. You cheated. You RB8 in the no RBA race.
You don't have to do anything, still. You can still blame him.
And then Danny is marking Seria's song early.
Wow.
I didn't. Remarked it.
Then that's funny because then you teach me how to do the RBA in Forest, Mike. So you stole the RBJ, then you teach it to me. So
I have no idea how to RBA a strat. I always YOLO it. Like.
And you can.
Oh yeah.
I get it most of the time.
In Hyrule Field,
it's
there's
stupid.
you can use the same setup as child than as adult, but you do it from the other side of the.
Now you can also do it on the same side, but then you do different slashes. That works. But in Forest, I always like go to a random spot and drop my bugs.
And 45 minutes in, or more, like 46, we have finally someone going adult.
Yeah, with no back in time, it's normal.
Danny getting killed to Death Warp.
I don't like that.
You don't.
I don't because you're still gonna hit up the hull if you do that, right? Like, I was trying. When I was starting, I tried to do that, but when you fall back, I think you're gonna talk to the hull, and it doesn't feel good at all.
No, you can
skip it with you.
You can go around the all. Then you missed
Or
it for
talk
some
to it,
reason.
like, yeah. Okay,
But
I guess you could have.
it's still faster to just kill yourself by blowing up a Chu on Saria.
He did have sword and sticks.
Yeah, he also had Chew, so he could just have skipped it, but for some reason he walked forward instead of putting down the Chew.
Sadness.
That can happen.
But between like say warping, it's I guess it's a little faster. It's not that much to be honest. The warping is pretty fast also.
Yeah, safe warping is decent, especially on English, if you can't skip the owl. But with Choose it's not a problem, you just go into the loading zone, hold shield,
Yeah,
and you skip the owl. I mean, Danny does that all the time in Bug Limit. Not with a Chew, but... You can also enter the loading zone with 0 speed, which sniping... I want to say does, but did when he played Bingo's Kappa.
Lol. Yeah, I saw sniping playing a game. I saw sniping doing Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, what the fuck? Sniping? Come back, please.
Yeah, so Dannyb is probably gonna go add all after that. Is there a world that you don't go add all after that? I don't think so. Yeah. Double defense.
Not doing everything as shy.
Yeah. I feel like Dannyb is in really good shape right now. The more I'm looking at it.
One goal that he needs to go adult for. Then skulls.
I'm not sure. Marco's long goals that he has left are 9 hearts, light arrows, and the unused keys.
You also have Megaton armor, which is like medium size, I guess. But
Yeah. Danny, on the other hand, he has to do Spirit Hammer still, get Iron Boots. Then the 5 Shadow Skulls. Yeah, double defense is pretty fast for him, I guess.
yeah, you already have everything you need.
Yeah, he should have definitely RB8 more Choose, then he could have gotten Magic right away. So now he has to go back there. But that's not a huge deal.
And he does have to go back for Mountain Skulls anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he wouldn't have needed to climb up, basically. It's not a huge time loss, but I think it would have been fastest child by a little bit. Just a gut feeling.
So verdict, they both did some weird routes.
Yeah, from a spectator is it's kind of weird. It's what happened when you give to RPA guy to do a draft. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a point why Marco opted to go to Goma and Baronade as child. It's just like rotting in hard pieces is probably easier if you're mainly doing bingos.
Yeah.
As child. But for people that don't do bingo often, they might not know that hard pieces are way faster.
Well, if you have to get 9 hearts, then only doing hard pieces is usually not the way to go. But yeah, like for 9 hearts, without boss goals, I would say you probably want like at least 3 hearts from heart pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Marco's case, as we said, we might see legit light arrows, which gives him 2 bosses. So yeah, that might happen.
I see that coming up for sure.
And Marco has good experience with doing bosses.
Yes.
Expecting him to do that. Mod decides to go RBA.
Yeah, that's to be expected. If he wants to do Twin Rover, then he wants to do Spirit Hover, and then this is just faster. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't RBA more choose. Also, he wants
He also needs
probably
both skip.
Yeah, he needs both skip. He probably wants to do a few Chu Havas and Jabu when he goes to Big Octo. Alright, so will Marco get the egg or not? He skips it, so we are going to see legit light arrows. Not something you would expect at all. And I don't think it's faster, but for an RTA player, this is probably like the more comfort route.
Yeah.
Like, he knows how to beat Shadow and Spirit, like, very fast.
He finally does something that last race.
Yeah, it's like still hard to say like if it's worth doing that, but like if he's not going for any earth piece, like he's like look like he's doing.
I don't
Because
know. I don't really know if I agree with it, that it's good. Like if you
Yeah.
RBA, you get the mushroom. You can, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't agree with it for sure, but
I mean, if you have like, let's say Bongo is a goal anyway, or even better, Twin Rover is a goal anyway, then for sure. But if 9 hearts is the only thing, I don't know.
I think the better choice would have been to pick light arrows with blue potion instead of light arrows with 9 hearts.
but he picked it like nine earth really like it like kind
At
of
the same time.
at the same time.
I mean, it's not a bad goal in a draft. Not at all. Actually, for me, it was the same. The last time I watched Psymath, he was in Fire Trial. Okay. So, Marco getting ISG and crouching because he realizes he wants to do hookshot jump.
Muscle.
So yeah, I guess we will see Marco beating Bongo again, we will see Danny getting the skulls again, or this time all of them.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing so much of the stuff from the last race, but everything will be faster.
Danny does have CL already. Who needs a key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco will probably just do the cutscene skip and then go to the rupee room. That's what I would think. And then also grab the compass on his way. I don't want to see such a gentleman's agreement. I want to go to sleep at some point.
Oh man. It's gonna go fast from here. I think commenting for 3 hours is like the max you can do for a commenter. After that, it's so hard. I cannot imagine like at your time also.
Well, I have done worse things. I did restream commentary for Danny's SGDQ run like 2 years ago or 1.5.
Okay.
And that was, it started at like, I don't know, 4 AM or so.
Oh.
And yeah, because that was so much fun, I'm gonna do that again for AGDQ now.
So getting some practice in right now.
Yeah. I mean, you can like sleep 2 hours before. So that's fine.
During the 100% relay race.
No, I'm like commentating the actual AGDQ run.
That's kind of cool. I should just shout out OCS. I have to. I have to say it. So we can have Red Bull coming on soon. Scar installed. So good.
When I realized that, I was so happy. Maybe I have to scream as well, like, did you see that?
Yeah. I like the comparison with melee, it's so good. Alright, let's see if Marco get the we'll skip. Or maybe we should not look at it.
He's already halfway there. He's at the bus door already, so should be good.
Yeah, but you have to count that I'm behind 10 seconds every time.
Gosh.
I should probably reload the streams at some point. But yeah, Marco had a critical point right now. And I don't think I'm that far behind looking at the timers.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, like, Danny did the hookshot race in third person. Why did he do that?
That should be a restriction.
And yeah, this is actually like the point. Danny can do 5 Shadow Skulls right now. He does not need to RBA ZL.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just the point that he just has the synergies. Yeah, he like did not force Marco into stuff Marco didn't want to do, but he also got the stuff he wanted, so that's fine.
Should be good for the cutscene skip.
Scott, you have to step up your Super Smash mini game.
Yo, Marco just taking damage. Does he want to do does he want to do the critical health cutscene skip, or why does he not do that afterwards? That's weird. Also, he could have like caught the bugs earlier. So hopefully it doesn't get pushed. But this looked good.
We'll see if he gets it.
This should be fine. I didn't see anything weird there.
The white screen, so we got it.
Yes, PF versus Bono will be on Thursday.
So Marco
both players are truth spinner. That's actually
that's interesting. Marco can finish on light arrow cutscene, right?
He can.
It's a speed I5.
It's probably worth for him to do that last.
Scheduled for Exodus versus Greg and Juke versus RTA. Harry versus RTA.
Yeah, if we don't have any noise, we're gonna call Manu. Because Manu, help us. There's some player that doesn't want to do their match.
So as expected, Marco coming back here, and that's also the reason why the cutscene skip is definitely faster. He spawns back in Shadow and doesn't have to do the ledge clip. Both of the players struggled a little bit in the last race with that strat. And he just skipped it like this.
And then he's definitely happy to have dog shot right now.
Yes.
Now I have to explain to Scott what's going on.
And Marco is finally done with Shadow. He's probably going for DC next.
That was pretty fast, Shadow. So he got 6 Earth. He's gonna take one more for Nova. 27. Be honest, you could grab a Earth piece.
Not sure, will he fight KD? It's
Well,
probably...
I mean, you might as well, right? Since you did that.
Getting the skulls is going
Yeah.
to be right next to it.
Yeah.
To do King Dodongo at this point.
But I guess he can skip Phantom Gun now. Yeah, that's actually like really weird that no one has done a bingo yet.
Do you think so?
bingos to be counter picks and not the game 1 picks.
I think bingo thing with bingo is you know if the player you play again is better than you at bingo. It's kind of easy to know since it's the one thing that everybody do. Like if you're playing
Yes.
a dub, you know that dub is better than you at bingo, right?
Well, I can just have to win once. That's the point.
Right.
And I
That's
know
what
I know I can win once. I did that.
Right. I totally agree with
But
that.
the problem is that he also beat me once, but he did it 100 times.
But yeah, I feel like, and there are a couple of RTA players that like they're not gonna pick bingo against. That's for sure. So it's a view with the weird. Yeah.
That's what I meant earlier when I said that it's gonna be counter picked, but not picked in game 1. The example you just gave us with Top is he won the first match, so Scarora is not going to pick bingo next. But if there's a
You
game
don't-
3, Top
Don't tell me what I pick.
might
Yeah.
won't pick it. But what I meant is that
And
at game
maybe
3, that might be Top's pick to
I'm gonna
to
pick
like
bingo,
that.
and then in game 3, Top will pick
Let's-
RTA. That can happen.
Let's go, dude. I hope for it.
Then we're gonna race all dungeons, no strats.
Oh man. Oh.
Any
Yo,
star.
Danny with a sick glitchless strats in Shadow.
The double stand. Yeah, nice. Triple, actually. Oh yeah, Marco's gonna kill Dungo. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like, he beat every bosses. So. Like, what would you do, Baronade, if you skip Dungo? Yeah.
But I will. I can't see him not going for. Well, should say that differently. I can't see him going for the spirit cutscene skip later on, though. Because that is way too much time loss, I think.
Yeah, it's the wheel, definitely. I was scared there for Danny.
Ah, that was fine.
It's a very scary ledge too.
Oh, dang.
Bomb bags.
No bombs. Sadly, Marco is not going to RBA water keys to that dungeon.
Well, water key RBA for 1 key it can be worth, but usually
RBA.
it's not.
If you have to RBA, go for it, but if you don't, yeah, it's faster to just go into the temple instead.
Like, if you have to go to DC just to grab the fake bomb bag,
Faster than going into other temple. If
Yeah,
you RBA
yeah.
TL, you
key
get the
RBA,
song, so-
key RBA is like the #1 scrub strat. Can't stand it. Like, I always hate myself when I go for it. I don't know.
Like Marco do what he's doing right now, saying screw this.
Didn't pull the statue.
No, he just like didn't decide to do the other, just decide to do the this one. He has the fastest one also.
Get we took shot this time.
So I guess Marco's setting... He can't be setting up a wrong warp here, no way. Not with that many hearts.
Be surprised about it.
Grab the hard container.
Yeah, he wants to grab the heart container, that's the only reason to come here. Where is he going?
Go.
Well, he's
The
still
last
in
goal.
goal. Yeah.
Oh, that's not the fastest way there. Yeah, I think he realized
Wait.
that.
Okay, that's money.
It's not that bad. I
Okay.
got hearts.
That's funny.
Without Rudo, without CL, you can... Without Rudo and without CL, you can get 4 keys. But you have to use 1. If you have iron boots, that is.
So Marco needs the Megaton hammer, so he still have stuff to do in that mountain. For it right after DC. There, with the switch. Finally finishing his calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he also, like, he has not only has he forest keys left, there's also, like, spirit, but he has, like, 3 golds there, right?
Yeah. No, I really like what Danny did. Like, feels more straight. I feel like Marco is so stressed about Night Art right now that kind of messed up his route, but
Point that Danny might have the advantage with his goals. Pretty much did the longest goal already, which was 5 Shadow Skulls.
still hard to say though. But
Danny doing weird hookshot jump setups there.
okay.
Doom Jump is easily eyeballable.
Yeah, what if you don't practice that? Like, he mostly did categories which had to light the
Every
eyes,
time I
and then
So
you just do a
for-
setup.
done setups for Doom Jump, people say they don't use setups. So
No, there are plenty of setups. There are sword setups, there are swordless setups. There's like everything. And especially like most people want to light the eyes, and then
when
it doesn't
we have another I5.
doesn't even lose time then.
Keep getting the tunic. Faster to just climb that mountain instead with this amount of heart.
Just trying to hide his strats.
Yeah, we can't forget Marco still has to do all of Fire Temple, and then
Yeah.
even if he's close to the finish, he will have to watch Light Arrow cutscene.
Yeah, I think like we said, I think he was so focused on not taking any ZL gold that he kind of forget that giving all the ZL gold to Dannyb is actually not a good idea.
Yeah, this is kind of a trade-off, which always will happen in drafts.
Yeah.
I think so. Like that. This is basically what I believe. I mean, you can obviously pick bad in not going for fast goals, but like if everyone picks the fastest goal on the board, or like considering his synergies, then that's fine. And if you like steal goals from your opponent, that's also fine. But then he will have the opportunity to steal goals from you.
Hmm.
So it
And
balances
Marco
out
is
in the
still
end.
collecting art pieces.
Yeah, you still need one more HP.
Wasn't he going for Twin Rover?
That's what I mean. You need one more HP with Twin Nova.
Yeah, but he's collecting heart
Collecting art
pieces.
pieces.
He might end up with 10 hearts in the end.
6, 3, 6.
He has
Well-
8 right now.
It looks like 8 to me, yeah.
Yeah, looks like 8. Yep. That's funny.
Windmill bracket and wheelchair bracket.
Hey,
Oh my god, why is that? Why is that so funny?
Seriously, with the amount of participants we had, it could have been fun to have 2 tournaments. One with the top players and one with props.
Well, there's at least one scrub now in the playoffs, so... I mean, the problem is...
The no damage bracket.
The problem is, like, in the spots right below the playoffs, there are also players who are, like, pretty good, but don't play that much at the moment. Who got there with, like, 4 races, maybe, but those were pretty good. And, yeah, they're... like, a tourney would not really finish. Like, if we do bingo tournaments, we want them to finish, like they always do.
to be honest, I would have wanted to see a game against like Turret Skirt against Coffee Runner or something like that. Those guys are like at that the same level would be amazing.
Yeah, but why? Like, you could just schedule stuff. Do it. You don't need a tournament.
Every OCS talent
Yeah.
You
match
just
was a race for
you just-
all 3 of them.
you just scrap out the wheel because you don't have the generator, and then everyone gets like 2 bands.
What do you mean you screwed up the wheel? Like, just talk to us. We're gonna make you something. And make
Yeah, but-
you a custom wheel.
I kind of like having 5 battle modes, but maybe you could do it like in Melee, where you get like 1 battle mode which you can't use in the first game. Maybe something like that could work out. But if you just do like a set outside of the tournament, who would get the 1 ban? That's what I thought.
Okay, yeah.
So just say like spin the wheel is only counter pick, or categories is only counter pick, something like that.
Yeah. It's funny because the one battle mode that we were really not sure about was Gundam. We were kind of stressed about it, but having like those 2 matches, the Gunbill versus Sama and the Hyperion against Chris, really like kind of changed our opinion about it. It's pretty cool now right now.
To be honest, I expected Countdown to be a battle mode very early on.
Oh yeah, for sure, because we kind of covered it, but
Like, I was super surprised when it was an actual race during the season. Didn't expect that at all.
I think the most surprising thing about Countdown is I'm picking it against Gumbill.
Yes, that was a huge mistake on our side, in my opinion.
I'm not
Not-
surprised
not-
about it.
Not that he
Because-
couldn't have beaten him, because he obviously could have done it, but the risk was just way higher.
But the thing is, like, if you see the AMA points, like, you didn't know that Gumbill did any like practice in this category, and AMA win the OCS race like by a really high margin. Like, he crushed everybody else.
Yeah, but
so-
to be honest, the OCS countdown did feel hugely different from the normal countdown in the end. Not only because the goals were different.
Chat when the Countdown OCS happened, he was still pissed first because he was sure he wasn't first.
Yeah, it's like in the OCS countdown, I didn't finish all my goals, and I don't think that would happen anymore in a normal countdown.
After failing to finish 3 goals in Countdown, you never do that mistake again.
So Battlefield is actually Countdown. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Marco did a interesting route. He got the 2 skulls in the river and then clipped and voided out. Which apparently not many people know that people do that. Which I learned. I did like a bingo a few hours ago, and I said I forgot how to void there, and no one knew that you could. So there you have it.
Yeah.
So yeah, here Marco doing something that could have skipped if he got the berry over earlier.
Now I am that far behind again. Oh my god.
At least in Sora's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this would have been faster from the get-go.
Since he was already there as child.
Yeah, but he had to come back. Like, it's not... And, like... You don't need Boomerang, really. I mean, he wanted to beat Baronade, so... In that case, it wasn't really a huge deal, I guess. But Jabu's Adult is just straight up faster, usually. Unless you just grab 1 skull.
Controlled by the bubbles.
So yeah, he will probably just do a normal staircase hover and then do the rest with choose, like he did in DC.
And he has bombs this time.
Yeah, bombs are like an important ingredient to that, but hover boots are probably the more important item here. That is the huge difference now. Oh, he actually hovers against the wall. Interesting. Yeah, that's also perfectly fine. Does he have something? Oh yeah, sure, he has Twin Rover, so he wants those shoes.
Yeah.
So
That's one more goal.
Then he also has to collect some dungeon skulls because he has the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have the warp songs. Teacher that he's gonna have Serenade, and Marco won't.
And Danny going for glitchless strats in Ice Cavern. I think it's a little bit slower than doing hoverboot strats. But
He's
it's
a
just,
glitchless runner, so
he's so consistent at this and very, very fast. So
I need to go for glitchless strats here, actually. That's what he's comfortable with.
it's also not really that much slower, I think. I've never seen a timing actually. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually faster.
Yeah, that looked pretty fast to be honest. Oh, bad RNG there though. I think maybe doing using a ground jump here will be faster though.
Yeah, that last one, I think so.
But the rest was pretty fast.
I always do ground jumps in Ice Cavern.
I think glitchless strats are probably faster than ground jumps, and I guess except for the last one, if you do it like Danny does them. But hover boot strats are just very fast.
Yeah.
So you can't really compete with that.
Pulling them, so that's why I choose to do ground jumps instead.
Marco's in there.
Yeah, finishing up the Zora skulls right here.
Yeah.
And the mirror shield.
Wait, he's missing bigger than armor also. Still have to visit.
And he's
couple
grabbing
times.
the heart piece here as well, like what?
How many heart does Marco need? Find out.
I'm pretty
Is he
sure.
skipping Twin Robot? Yeah.
Yeah, but he
I
didn't
don't-
RBA at all, so that he can't.
If you grab the heart pieces, you skip the heart at Twin Robot and do the wrong warp. Going for.
That's possible, but I don't think
But even more.
that's
It's
just
just more
weird.
bad
I don't know.
decision.
It feels weird. Like the whole point about doing Twin Rover was that it has synergy with 9 hearts. I don't know.
Yeah, twin over heart container too far away, messing up his everything.
If he's going Twin Robot, he's wasting time here. Getting heart pieces.
Yeah, he is definitely going there. Like, he has to get the light arrow somehow. But apparently he wants to skip the heart.
So, fire? Okay.
Or is the cutscene skip? Is it worth going for the cutscene skip?
In Spirit Temple? If you don't need the heart, then yes. I mean, it's like 1.5 minutes maybe. But going out of your way for 4 heart pieces...
Yeah. I think he just miscounted.
Well, he marked 9 hearts right away, so...
Okay.
Exactly what he was going.
Then he going for double magic with a super slide.
Could you choose to just RBA now?
He grabbed the blue fire, so he's going Water Temple right away.
Yeah, that's... if you go to Ice Cavern, that's the way to go, basically. If you skip hover boots.
It's definitely closer than I thought, though.
Yeah, my first instinct was that Danny's goals were bad, but that was just not the case because of all the synergy he has.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of easy to explain because I tend to go for roles which have shorter goals instead of like much synergy. But yeah.
So right now then he has to do Spirit, Forest and Ganon's Tower for the Knuckles. And Marco has to do Fire. Stuff.
Yeah, Marco has to go to Spirit, which takes some time. For Danny it's 3 goals. Marco just needs like part of 1 goal. And then Marco also has to do all of Fire, which takes like 10 minutes, and then watch Light Arrow cutscene. So this is gonna be a close race.
Yeah. It's a big surprise, though. It's always a close race.
Good call also from Danny going to Ganon's Castle right now, because you can actually warp out of there right after beating the Knuckles.
But inside the inner tower you can just do that. In trials.
Like, I don't get at all why I can't warp in Trials. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Too bad if Marco loses the race to Light Arrow cutscene.
Danny's still gonna need to go to Fire. It's one thing.
But they both have to go into a dungeon that. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
he
but
needs a skull in Fire and Marco needs a key in Forest.
Since Marco actually already need to go in Fire, is it faster to do like the one skull in each dungeon or the one small key in each dungeon? Do you know that?
Or faster?
I don't think there's that much of a difference. I think the skulls are probably a tiny bit faster. Well, it depends. Like in Fire Temple, the key is obviously faster.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the skull is better usually. In Shadow, it doesn't really matter. Key might be a little bit faster, but not by much.
Though and in Forest it doesn't matter. Skull is slightly faster, and in Water it's the opposite. A key is slightly faster.
In Water, the skull is much faster, though.
Yeah, of course, Mike.
Plus, you don't need anything for the skull, and for the key, you want like shoes or iron boots.
And the key need to be on you, so that's might add you some complexity.
Alright, I keep thinking about the KRBA. You have to go into Dongle's Cavern anyway, the KRBA is...
Yeah, but that's...
or Water.
The point is that you lose your shoes and so on, so it's not often that good as people think, in my opinion. Also playing by the rules, waiting for the cutscene to play here, so the Iron Knuckles count is dead.
Do you know who has skipped that? PBJ, I'm sure of it.
this point, Danny has a lot of shorter goals. Actually, 4 of them are gonna be done in Spirit. He still needs to go in Forest. Forest or in Spirit? Or does it even make a difference?
He has Minuet, right?
Yeah.
Then I think I would do... This is actually hard to say.
There's actually no difference between Forest and Spirit. You can just do
you have to
whichever
save
you
warp at
want
some
first.
point. Oh no, wait. He has Serenade. So it would be faster to do Forest first, or does it not matter? Yeah, it might not matter. It should be back.
Yep.
We are back!
I got kicked out of the IRC of the race channel. This is totally weird. Like the multi-twitch didn't even buffer, but IRC disconnected for a second and the stream froze. I don't know what happened.
Oh, see.
Okay, so I think Danny should have this.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
But he doesn't know that he has it, because he probably thinks that Marco will RBA for the light arrows.
Yeah.
So
especially with the
basically,
lighter.
he probably thinks that Marco only has fire left, but he actually wants to beat Spirit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And even without that, it might
Danny
be
must
enough
be
for
really
Danny.
nervous right now. In like 15 minutes, why is Marco not done with fire?
The heck?
I refreshed the bingo sync. It's frozen on the
Oh,
restream.
help! It works. Sometimes Bingo Sync has issues if you do that. Nah, now it shows 0-0, that's stupid. Like, Bingo Sync had sometimes issues with reconnects. Seems to be the case right now.
Yeah, we can count. That's fine.
King Zora face on Danny's stream keeps bugging me.
I wouldn't necessarily say that he didn't need those things.
Yeah.
It's just he made decisions that were comfortable for him, which weren't the fastest options. Like, sure, he did a fair amount of bingos and is really good at it, but at the core he's still an RTA player. His decisions reflected that. Like, a bingo player would have just done a completely different route, probably. And there's no tiebreaker, that's just the leftover goal.
still think it's gonna be closer than we think.
Then he's almost done, though. I think it would have been... No, it wouldn't have been better to grab ice arrows for him, what am I saying? That's stupid.
He still needs an extra key, and he doesn't have ZL.
You mean Marco?
Does he get
The normal one. Like, he doesn't need the key at the start of the dungeon to beat it. Like, if you do Spirit Tower, you skip a key. Actually, 2 keys.
Yeah.
The ZL key and the very first one. And he can also get the child side key. Well, I guess he doesn't have bow, right? So I couldn't get that one. Yeah, boulder room. Unfortunately, getting all the hearts here, but that's just how it
don't
works.
think you need hearts at this point.
We're talking about the smaller piece. Well, at least we're probably gonna see what Marco plan was with the Twins Nova in the art container. I'm really curious. Like,
I mean, he will skip the cutscene for sure. I'm not sure if that's worth. I mean, that's like balancing getting 4 heart pieces that you otherwise wouldn't have needed, including going into Ice Cavern.
Yeah, for sure.
Difference here is that Marco is finishing up Spirit and Fire, as well as watching Light Arrows. It has to go in water.
Yeah, then he almost done with Forest, so he has only Spirit left. That should be pretty fast. He can just warp to Lake Hylia now, go to Spirit. He should be there in less than 10 minutes. So I would say Dennis will definitely be in Spirit before Marco has the Megaton Hammer.
Yeah.
That should give enough time to Danny to like actually win this.
When Marco realizes how long Twin Nova is compared to RBA.
Still like what he did though. Like you can say like take more time and stuff like that, but what else said? It's Marco is good at Earth and Boss. Like it's one of his strong points. So I feel like if you're doing a draft, you go for your strong point.
The problem here is that it's not even doing it for Heart anymore.
Yeah, he basically killed half of the synergy there. Or maybe even all of it. Like, he got 4 heart pieces. If he would have RB8, he could have gotten 2 of those heart pieces by RBA without going out of his way at all.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you know the routes, you can actually get 3 heart pieces out of it. But that's not necessarily faster in every case. Yes, Blue Potion is something that would have been very good together with light arrows. Even with 9 hearts, I guess. Like, you have to like do the trading quest for the blue potion, and then you can just RBA when you get the mushroom. Oh dang, that sounds like a 6 strat.
It's always your strategy to dupe everything.
You have a frame to press B, and then if you do it with a fish, you can recatch it, maybe.
And he didn't go for the... I think it's faster than seeing Ruto here.
Well, I don't know if that's... yeah. Someone's on a mission now.
Nice.
See how many hearts we can finish with. It's fire at this point. He has a key in every dungeon except spirit and fire.
So, yeah, Danny also making use of Zelda's Lullaby here in Water Temple.
Yeah.
That is like a minute or even more lost, because you have to talk to Rudo. But he can afford that at this point. Still not sure if he knows that he can.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, someone in chat probably told him, but yeah. The only spirit left, that should be no problem for him.
Then he should win this. He only has spirit left. Do some stuff in Spirit Temple. And watching Light Arrow.
Yeah, Marcus should be out of Spirit Temple in 3 minutes or so.
A lot to do.
Did he enter Forest Temple? Let's see.
Rest, I think. Rest is so fast.
Yeah, even after the 9 hearts, Marcus still had the opportunity to pick Blue Potion at the end. As had Danny. Both opted not to do it. Not completely sure why. I mean, for Danny it's not really worth, because he would have skipped the RBA sequence anyway. So I can see that Death Mountain Skull isn't really worse than that. But for Marco...
Oh, with the plant, the bean was a good pick for Danny.
So yeah, Marco got that cutscene skip.
Expecting either Light Arrows or Seria's song to be the...
I think in retrospect, Zarias was a pretty good pick for Danny because that's opened up so much synergy in the end.
Yeah.
I still don't disagree. I still disagree with picking it that early on, but it was totally fine in the end.
Serious on and lighter rules. The way we expected it to be, it was either 9 hearts or shadow skulls. I think that would have been the last goals.
Yeah, Shadow Skulls are pretty fast. I mean, one of them had to get CL.
Yeah.
It's a really long goal.
If you have CL, it's pretty good.
But if it was Marco that had to pick between Shadow Temple and Night Hearts at the end without ZL,
Yeah, but at that point,
Would
then
go
he
for
should
9
have
hearts.
picked that. Like, I think Shadow Skulls are definitely better, for example, than the Mountain Skulls, so I don't see any way that Danny would have skipped out on that.
they're both about to enter their last dungeon at the same time.
Rips up 2, yeah.
Come on, Danny.
Yeah, I think sub 2 would
Room
have...
in spirit.
Sub 2 would have been probably possible with this distribution. High synergy.
Sub 2 with the... I believe. Players finishing. Phoenix versus Bono.
Yeah.
The picks, the battle mode picks are pretty even at this point. Countdowns. 2 draft, 2 short lockouts, 1 spin, and no bingo.
I'm still expecting to see Bingo pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be counterpicked a lot.
Yeah, especially in matchups where you have a Bingo player versus an RTA player. But those didn't really happen that much. Because in those matchups, the RTA player often also had like pretty good Bingo knowledge. For example, Gomble, more of a Bingo player, but I'm also very good at it. We might see it in Juke vs RTA, for example.
Imagine. That's why Marco is gonna start to be nervous. Marking spirit goals. where he marks the knuckle goals, like right now. Really realize now that he's lost this one.
Yeah. Still pretty hype up for this series. Think it's gonna be interesting. Marco goes for RTA. You won't hear that often.
Yeah, it's probably interesting to see. I mean, we expect to see RTA in Game 3 here, but what will Danny go for then? Certainly not MST.
Oh, definitely not MST.
But also, like, No IM is also not a safe pick.
Yeah, and
Marco,
this race is
Marco
gonna
had
see them.
Marco had world record there as well some time ago, and I mean, we could see all dungeons this time with an actual route. Who knows? You don't think Marco will pick RTA? Do you think he would go for Bingo? It would be a good pick as well, I think. But he can get sniped by a bad board. Like if there's a good roll, which is obvious, then it's not an auto win for him.
Then he's done in like 10 seconds. Oh, that's the two right there. So GG.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah. Good stuff. So yeah, Marco lighter away. It's a really close one. Let's go.
So yeah, we are seeing a Game 3.
Yeah, that's pretty high, but not right now though. Tell me they're not doing it right now. I'm not gonna restrict
No,
that.
I know.
So there, like. Yeah, still pretty good stuff. I like it. Like I didn't expect any of the series to go that close. And also the first wheel tonight, so that's pretty hyped up. Hopefully we're gonna see more of those. Alright, man. Do we do? I don't think we do commentary. Like, do we want to talk to the runners, or I think we're done, right?
Yeah. So Danny will join us. Maybe Marco will as well.
Marco is also coming
Okay.
to join us
Sure.
shortly for an interview, so please stay. That.
Okay, I'm gonna leave since I don't want to have too many people in the chat, and I'll talk this.
Alright, thanks for helping out with commentary here.
Yeah. Thanks for also doing the commentary. That's pretty cool. I like it. Hopefully we're gonna keep having good matches like we had this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
This
later.
is way more fun.
Okay. So yeah, this race was I guess in the end, not as close as it looked like maybe half an hour before that. But yeah, it was still very competitive in the end. So we're just waiting for the players to drop by, and Marco's here.
Oh, hello there, Marco.
Hey.
And Danny's here as well.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes,
Danny.
everything's working. Maybe I'll put up the volume a little bit.
And
This should be fine. So, after game 1, I was kind of surprised that you, Danny, actually agreed to playing game 2 right away.
You were surprised that I agreed, or that Marco agreed?
But you agreed because, like, in your shoes, I would have felt pretty salty, I guess.
I was definitely a little bit mad, but you know, it's
Yeah, that can happen when you spin the
too
wheel.
long. Yeah, I figured. So here was my thought process. I made a list of the things that I wanted to ban, priorities, and so my ban list was categories first because I knew I wouldn't have a chance.
Of course.
Then bingo, then countdown, and then draft and spin the wheel were my top 2 choices. I figured draft would be something that I would have a lot of control over what goals I have, and spin the wheel would be something random. And I know that Marco has an edge, but randomness can fuck us both evenly, so I figured I'd have a chance.
my next question was about draft, but it seems like you just answered that. The picking of goals in draft, you both choose to go for the dungeons goals, which were after the spin the wheel goal.
Both dungeons were still there.
You still picked the shadow skulls after filling them without the hookshot.
Without hookshot, it's a million times harder. So.
Yeah.
So we were kind of surprised during the picking process. Usually we see people trying to snipe goals from each other so that no one has good synergy. Here it was kind of different. You both like let each other have the goals you wanted, go for high synergy, and yeah, was that your plan from the beginning, or did that just work out in the end?
Pretty confident. That is almost certainly noobishness on my part because that's the first time I ever did a draft.
I
So, yeah.
think I picked really badly. Really.
Yeah, we basically had like one big goal of each of you, which we kind of criticized. Like for Danny it was Sarias, not because it's bad, but because you picked it that early, and for Marco it was 9 hearts. Which is... yeah.
I thought about the light arrow and 9 hearts synergy, but it's really bad. It's good in beta quest, but not with this.
Yeah.
We kind of figured you wanted to do the bosses.
Yeah, Twin Row of Us sucks. So long.
Yeah.
My thing with Saria's song was that I sort of wanted to get out ahead and pick all of the things that required Zelda's Lullaby, and Saria's song is sort of like the obvious one for that, so...
Yeah, and I didn't want any ZL goal, so that's what... I let Danny have all of them.
Yeah, like this is the kind of thing you can play there. Like, if I play a draft, I always try to get the other one pick ZL goals, and they will also try to make me pick ZL goals, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouble with the berry over in Jabua's child, Marco.
Yeah. But even without that trouble, I think I would have lost anyway. I probably lost like 5 minutes, but that's it. But yeah, I don't know how to do it. Berry hover, worst trick ever.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, the one to get to Barinade is kind of easy, but the one in the basement is just...
Yeah. Amma was trying to help me, but no luck.
Yeah. That was also a crazy race by Arma.
Danny, you had troubles with your 2 count as child.
Yeah, I failed 1 Hess in Goron City, and that was the death of me. I lost like 5 minutes trying to get, and then I had to go RBA.
Wow.
I was planning on just RBAing as adult, but failed one Hess and forgot that I needed to blow up the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern to get the one Skulltula in the soft soil there.
Yeah.
About
I think there is a
doing
strat to
the-
actually get that without a chew, but it's really obscure. No one really does it. So I guess we have to talk about game 1 for a little bit. Like what was your thought when you saw that goal? It's like the restrictions were kind of weird, and like it was obvious that someone picked that.
My thought was that I'm no longer friends with whoever chose that goal.
I would have liked an OCS goal.
shots.
Yeah.
It was a really fun goal to see. No shot was definitely the killer there.
It was
Yeah.
not too bad for me. I'm used to playing beta quests, and sometimes you don't find hookshot. So I've done Shadow Skulls without hookshot a few times already. So it was okay for me. The problem was just I was debating whether getting ZL as a child or RBing it. That was the. I think getting ZL as a child and having choose would have been way better.
It would have been a bit easier, I guess, but I agreed with the choice to just go for RBA because
Yeah.
you're playing on English and ZL cutscene is just really slow.
Plus
Yeah,
they could shoot to get the choose and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not a
get
problem.
ZL.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
good thing about RBAing Zelda's Lullaby also is that you get Nocturne for free along with it, so you don't have to worry about whatever weird super slide teleport to get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
Hovering
setups for it,
is
but
way
since
faster,
hookshot
though.
jump is a thing, no one does that.
So, I think my biggest downfall in that, and the reason why I did so poorly, is that I really underestimated what I could do on very few explosives.
Yeah,
Give bomb choose, and I just tried to do it with whatever bombs that I RBA'd, and then any bomb drops for the first few times that I reloaded the rocks, and so that sort of locked me into a thing where I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna get bombs anyway, and then I realized I needed a lot more than I had. So
Yeah, I actually
You
got
still
40 bombs in Lake Halia before doing Shadow. Because I
Something
knew
like
it would
that.
have been tight otherwise.
The Fairy Ocarina cutscene, Danny.
for the Fairy Ocarina cutscene, yeah, I totally forgot it was there because it just come through that way backwards, and so it was just in my head that it was a free space. But I guess it's
yeah.
not.
Watching you, it seemed that you remembered it, and then once you didn't get bomb drops, you just said like, "I watch it anyway." But
Because if I had gotten bomb drops, I would have gone through Goron City.
yeah,
And all of a sudden, I didn't get any bomb drops for a while, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go this way and get bombs later." And then
so yeah, we saw
not
Marco.
getting.
We saw Marco going for Dannyb bombs, and then you for the RBA bomb, not RBA, the RNG bombs. But at some point, we also thought that's fine because you can just go through Crater. You need magic anyway at some point, so just grab bombs there. So
Oh, yeah.
that might have been an option as well.
Didn't think about it, yeah.
It was pretty even until that point. You were both in sync until you started farming for bombs.
Yeah.
Trouble entering Shadow with the ledge clip. I haven't done that strat in ages, and I totally forgot how it works.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you did wrong, but it took me way too long to realize that you have an input display, and then you got it. So yeah, don't know.
And not only that, but I failed skip because I didn't remember an initial position strat.
I failed it too.
You both did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had to do the ledge clip again, and that tilted me really hard.
But I had Forest Wind set, so it was fine for me.
Oh, you got Ferris Wind first. That's smart.
Yeah. I played Serenade after I got Magic. Like RBA and then Magic and then Serenade. And then the Mega Flip to Zora's Domain.
Yeah, so that were just choices, I guess. So yeah, I don't want to cut you out or something, but I guess we're gonna wrap up. It's pretty late over here in Europe.
Yeah.
So yeah, both races were
Thank you both of you for the
Interesting.
very entertaining races to watch and commentate.
That's cool.
Also, thanks for all the viewers.
Yeah. So, yeah. Good luck to both of you.
Tiebreaker will be, I don't know, later this week or after Christmas or something. Marco and I will talk about it.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, good luck to both of you for race 3. And yeah, guess that's it for today. Tomorrow there will be no races, I think. And then on Thursday there will be a few, I think. So yeah, look forward to that. Thanks for watching, everyone. And yeah, see you around. Bye.